accessed me to make myself a cup of coffee. It is about 1,000 degrees here on the Sunshine Coast. So it's been a while since I've made a video like this, and the reason is because life has been a little bit crazy. 2020 so far has been incredibly busy, lots of changes which we knew were coming, but probably we've made them a little bit faster than we expected. So at the start of the year, we were considering moving for my husband's job. He has to move about an hour and a half away, and we were considering whether we would sort of do a bit of a drive in, drive out lifestyle. Well, he would be away for 8 days and then back for 6. It took us about a month or so of him actually doing the job where we realized this wasn't working for either of us. And so we've decided we're all going to move as well, which means in about 7 weeks' time, we're moving to West Brisbane, which is really exciting, but at the same time, feels a little bit stressful, to be honest. And on top of all that, I've been doing extra work. Our middle boy started prep. Our youngest started 3 days at daycare. So life has been very busy, especially when Andrew is away. Like at the moment, I literally feel like I'm just go, 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 go from the minute I get up to the minute I literally crash in bed, exhausted once the kids are in bed. I'm sorry if you can hear those crows. They are so loud today. So whilst this is going to be a little bit of a weekly vlog, I thought I would also let you in on how I can still maintain a regular yoga practice despite the chaos. Because whether you are working, whether you've got a partner who works away, I don't know a mother yet whose life isn't insanely busy. Whether you're stay at home full time, it's still insanely busy. It doesn't matter whether your life looks exactly the same as mine. I'm hoping that the tips I have to share with you throughout the week will still help you. But before my face completely melts off, let's get into today's tip, which may be a little bit obvious, but that is to get up before everyone else and have 10 minutes, if that's all you get, half an hour if you can swing it, of a yoga practice to yourself. I honestly feel so much better in myself and in my family if I have even just 10 minutes of a morning to breathe, to have some quiet time, to not be hitting the day running, meeting everybody else's demands and meeting my own first. So it doesn't matter whether that is a physical practice for you, whether you're unrolling your mat and moving your body, which is great, or it might be a meditation, or it might be just a little bit of silence. Remember, taking the time to sit in the silence of your own company without your phone, with a cup of tea, is a yoga practice. It's giving you that time to do some self-study, to check in with yourself, to see how you're going. So that's what I did today. I got up half an hour before everyone else. Luca usually wakes up pretty soon after I get out of bed, but look, I got half an hour today so that I'm actually feeling on top of things today instead of feeling stressed out and overwhelmed by everything. So the postman just came and I was too excited not to open it, so I thought I would show you. This is a complete nerd moment. Once you see what this is, you're gonna be like, what? But look, I get excited by this thing, so just humor me and we'll open it. Okay. It's a pelvis! I told you it was going to be super nerdy. So this is for my pregnancy and postnatal yoga teacher training. So much happens in the pelvis during this time, and I just wanted to be able to show my students with a physical model because it's so much easier to explain things like the pelvic floor and the inlet and the outlet. When you have an actual physical model that you can see. And also this is going to be great for my yoga for birth classes and my workshops. Really just to explain how positioning can help to get that baby through the pelvis and out in a hopefully seamless process. So excited. I wish I kind of moved a little bit more, but I don't know, maybe I can get rid of that wire and put something a bit more flexible. I thought it was going to be flexible, but it doesn't seem to be. Oh well. That's okay. I'm still excited. It looks a bit gross, but I promise you it's amazing. So, welcome to Tuesday. I've been out and about this morning doing a little bit of work, taught a couple of classes, and now I have about 3 hours to film some classes here in the studio at home. I apologise if you can't hear me, it is raining non-stop here on the Sunshine Coast at the moment, and like the rain gods just heard me and just got even more intense. So the second tip that I wanted to share is to use yoga to break up your work day or your day. It doesn't really matter whether you're going to a physical work or your work day is at home with kids. Instead of thinking about your yoga practice as something that has to be done on the mat for an entire hour, what if instead you just did little things throughout the day? So for instance, perhaps once you sit down to work at a desk, if that's what you happen to do, maybe you just take 5 full deep breaths. So you could put hand on heart, hand on belly, and just kind of arrive, especially if you've got to drop kids at daycare and whatnot before you get to work. I know for me, once I get there, I'm like all strung out. And so it can be really helpful to just take a few moments to center in your body before you start your work day. Or if you are home with kids, maybe it takes an hour or more to get them to sleep and you're feeling all wound up, maybe you could at that point, once they finally go to sleep, instead of jumping straight on your phone and scrolling, or instead of eating, or instead of rushing around the house and cleaning up, or whatever you happen to do, what if you took 5 minutes and just, I don't know, release some of the tension through your shoulders, just did a little quick neck stretch. And thinking of yoga in this way makes it so much more achievable and manageable, and you're going to get better results out of it too, because you're going to start weaving yoga into your life rather than seeing it as a standalone practice. Standalone practices are great, obviously. I make a living doing them, sharing yoga practices, full hour classes with people. But when you're a busy mum, sometimes that just isn't achievable. So see if you can start weaving some of these practices throughout your day, and hopefully you can still feel like you're getting your hit of yoga even if you don't have time for a full class. All right.
Hey guys, so when I planned out my tip for today, it was going to be include them in your practice. But look, this is me just being real. I am completely wrecked today and I couldn't actually think of anything worse. So instead, today's tip is going to be hide. So find yourself a spot in the house that you can hide from them. Ugh, it looks like I've already been found. I had set Luca up in the other room with something to watch on my phone, and I was hoping for at least 5 minutes, but look, he can continue watching that whilst I just sit and do a little bit of meditation today, because that is literally all the energy I have in me today to do any yoga practice at all. Next to my kicking goals already today. I've finally paid the student fees for my kids, handed the unenrollment form in, dropped off a whole load of op shop bags, which I've been driving around for about a month now. Am I the only one who does that? Drives around with them for literally a month after I've packed up everything that I want to get rid of. So they are finally gone. I'm going to do a little bit of meal prep here in the kitchen and some baking this morning because I don't have to do any work today. So today's plan is really just to get a little bit more organized so I can feel a little bit more like in control of my life. Start doing a little bit of packing and things like that. So as you can see, I'm wearing activewear, and it's not because I actually plan to get on my mat, soon, on my mat at any point today, but because I'm just so busy and getting all the stuff done, it feels better to be comfortable. But what I really want to encourage you is to stop thinking that your yoga practice has to happen on a yoga mat. It doesn't. So I often, as I'm cooking dinner, I'm using the kitchen bench to stretch. While the kids are in the bath, I might be doing something. While they're in the backyard playing, I use that time to get a little bit of yoga in, even if it's only 5 minutes. And it's not really about doing yoga, it's just about moving my body and stretching. So it doesn't really matter what it looks like, as long as it feels good. It's going to be a good day when the avocados are perfect.